WGPR Detroit HD2.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit.
FM 88.1 WHPR, Highland Park.
WVIE 107.3 FM Charlotte, Amalia, Virgin Islands.
The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
There's a new financial empowerment center located in the Wayne County Treasurer's Office on the 5th floor of 400 Monroe in Detroit.
If you or someone you know needs help with their finances, budgeting, and making monthly payments, the Detroit Financial Empowerment Center can help.
Wayne Metro Community Action Agency has counselors ready to provide free one-on-one counseling to help you address issues related to utility bills, taxes, and other financial matters. We can also help you improve your credit score.
Well, good morning, everyone. If you were looking for the weekly broadcast of the Ask Welfare Rights Program, you've been successful and you found us once again. My name is Maureen Taylor, and I work with the Michigan Welfare Rights Organization, and I'm here with my colleague, the National Welfare Rights Union president. And so Marion is going to give an official welcome this morning. So Marion, say hello.
Hello. And I hope you are either sitting up in your bed and just have been waiting on us to call to be here and to enjoy your company. All right, let's go through our routine now. We want you to take these numbers down. Take this number down that we use is only one. 313-868-0351.
It's on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
It
just popped up.
Yes. And you have the website is still up, is www.tv33. We hope that
you didn't say it all.
Just a moment, Maureen. Let me do this.
What you didn't say?
You know this. Maureen got to have the last word every time. Look at her. She looking pretty, isn't she? Now just enjoy looking at that outfit she has on. We have if you have a website, it is www.tv33whpr.com. So where are we going from here? We got a lot to talk about.
There are a couple of things, and folks, don't forget, it's only one number today, 868-0351. Marion, we have a mobile van that's been coming over to my school over on Burt Road. There at Detroit Community Schools. And just doctors, nurses, all kind of specialists in the mobile van. And they're there for 3 days. Today is the third day. And they're performing kidney function tests, blood pressure tests, COVID tests. They've got the vaccine and several other different kind of tests and whatnot that are being prescribed. And yesterday, they brought the emotional support crew with them, talking about the number of students that are just having so much trouble being away from the school system in the building for almost 2 years, and how all of these stressful things that are going on in the world, and you're watching it on TV, and people are dying and all this kind of stuff, and the kids are taking a beating. And so they brought the emotional support crew out yesterday, and they were having a couple of conversations with some kids. We have a new phone and it's ringing now, so we're going to pick up this line right now. All right. Thank you for calling. Ask Welfare Rights. Caller, you are on the air.
Hello?
Caller, you there? Caller, you on the air? All right, we're going to keep trying this until we get it right. All right. So they're talking to kids, and kids are telling them, different levels of stress that they're having. And so, we're just living in a different kind of a world now, Mm-hmm. But my frustration continues as is in terms of why so many people just don't want to get vaccinated. And see, by now, you should be all right with the shot. 5, 6, 7, 8 months later, a year later, if you're still around and living and don't have any side effects, don't quite know what the issue is. But I did hear a lady say yesterday, well, 3 or 4 years from now, something might happen. And all I could think of is that if people continue to not get this vaccine, 3 or 4 days from now, 3 or 4 weeks from now, something is going to happen. But the medical team that's been out has just been wonderful. For those of you that are interested, you can certainly come. Today is the last day. They don't get there till 12. And they're there from 12 until 5:30, actually 6 o'clock. At about 5:30, they start packing up. So we're averaging about 40 to maybe 60 people a day that are coming by from the community. It's right there by the side door on Burt Road, 12675. And folks can come on in and get the different testings that they need done. So we want to encourage people, come and get the test. If you're concerned about the vaccine, there are medical professionals that are there that you can talk to about it, and they can explain to you, well, here's what's going on and why you shouldn't necessarily be afraid. So the other thing is, I don't know, Marion, I know you've been paying attention to it, but the COVID numbers are just going up and up and up every day. Now, I heard somebody say a couple of days ago that the numbers might be going down, but that they have to wait about a week to see if that's just a glitch in the system. But I'm looking at these college football games. The stadiums are filled. Oh, my God. And very few people wearing a mask.
I really have to turn my head off those games, because you look at that and all you can think about is
risk.
What is wrong? I know they love football, but you don't love football by diving into the fire. And that's what that represents to me.
Yeah. Very few people wearing a mask. Very few, and I understand, we all tired of wearing a mask. I wear one all day. All the staff and the adults and the kids have to wear them in my school. And every now and then I have to get up and go outside and pull the mask down and blow my nose, because it irritates me as well. But I'd rather be irritated with my bad allergies rather than be irritated in the hospital and irritated to the point that I have to have a ventilator to help me breathe. I'm really trying to not have that happen, right? And I saw Reverend Williams' commercial on TV. There's no hesitancy. You don't need to be hesitant. And if COVID hits you wrong, you gone.
I heard him.
That would be a wonderful thing to talk about. So now, call again, 868-0351, 868-0351. And Marion, there's a community meeting coming up that we've been talking about.
And we
so
all been working on.
Mm-hmm.
And, one thing we have is through Welfare Rights, we said thanks. I know I've been there for, since its beginning. But I'm, always trying to help people out here. And Highland Parker, we want you to do the same thing. Help us to help you. And what does that mean? You need to come out. You're always asking a lot of questions, and we're bringing the people to you again in a community meeting from 1 to 3 p.m. next Saturday. What I say, Maureen, next Saturday, September the 25th, 2021, we will be looking for you at Faith Tabernacle Church at 16548 where am I?
You see it?
Yeah, I got it. Oh, yeah. We want you to come on out and join with the rest of us and participate. How we going to help Highland Parkers more? And not only that, you're going to be able to get a lot of information that you be missing and find out, are there ways that you can get some help on your water problems? Maybe you have problems with your plumbing and all that type of stuff. But we want you to come out. Get up Saturday morning. You know you get up early anyway, but get up and be ready to be over at 16548 Hamilton Avenue. And get this information. This is not just for our health, the people that are deciding that we need to get this information out to you, but this is for you. And so we hope to see you that day and participate and find out what is going on in the park and how can you help the park. All right, Moan, we're gonna be dealing with the water situations again too, because all that stuff have an increase. Now, I want people to understand. I want you to sit back and think, is your income going up? Can you still afford the pay the water department a higher rate than what you had paid last year?
Mm-hmm.
You can pay a higher rate?
No, I was saying I hear you.
Yeah, a higher rate than you paid last year. What do you know? What about your DTE bill?
Mm-hmm.
That's been going up consistently in the last couple of months. So, well, we'll take this phone for going.
Good morning, caller. Thank you for calling Ask Welfare Rights, and you are on the air.
Yeah, this is Sylvia calling you back again this morning.
Good morning, Miss Sylvia.
Can she speak up?
The Accounting Aid Society, 556-1920.
Say it again.
Accounting Aid Society, 313-556-1920.
Counting Aid Society, 556-1920. Got it.
Yes, they were able to give me back over $400 because I had to pay the state over $500. So people that had to pay, they might be able and eligible to get some of that money back.
Okay. We'll pass that message on and we'll read the number. I'm so glad you went there, and I'm glad they were able to give you some of your money back. I'm glad.
And September the 18th, there is a property tax justice, and it's from 1 to 3 at the Robert C. Valet Park. And you can meet, greet, have free food if you're interested in fighting for compensation. And this is property tax justice, September the 18th, which is tomorrow, and it's from 1 to 3.
And where is that again?
You know the Robert C. Valet Park? It's right there by Shane Park, one of those parks that's right on the riverfront.
Along the area near Shane, now called the Aretha area. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's Robert C. and it's VALATE Park. Robert C. VALATE Park. That's the park. So it's 1 to 3 if you're interested in property tax justice.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Miss Sylvia. Thank you very much.
Okay, bye-bye.
All righty. 868-0351, 868-0351. Marion was given a little bit of an overview about the community meeting that's coming up, not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow. Oh, I forgot. I got to do something different. All right, and there's a list, Marion, of some of the things that'll be talked about. And there's $1 million that's owed to Highland Park by the Great Lakes Water
I was gonna
Authority,
speak to
and some kind of update is going to be given there to find out where the devil is your money. Census, state, and federal funds, and different kind of grants that might be available. Now, I'm not sure if those are grants, Marion, around home repair. Is that what that is?
Could be.
Okay.
Yeah. You
All
like,
right. Okay.
we want you to find out at this meeting.
Yeah, you got to come out and find out.
Yeah, because come out and find out what is available in Highland Park that might be able to help you with your leaks, with problems at your home, and why are we always forgotten when there's money to come out to help people in the various cities and what have you. So come on out. This is for you. This is yours.
Okay, questions about infrastructure. And of
Oh,
course,
yeah.
the roads, the pipes. I think the DTE outage that happened Monday took electricity away from 39,000 households. That was just
39,000.
that was
That's
just Monday.
when
That's
they
crazy.
gonna get their utility?
You know, well, they are back on now. All right, caller, you are on the air. Thank you for calling. Ask Welfare Rights. Caller, you're on the air. Caller, you're on the air.
You know.
Caller, can you hear me? All right, we'll pick it up again. 8680351. So questions around the infrastructure, different kinds of Highland Park development, flooding, water issues, utility rates, where you can go
Lead.
to get assistance in that. These different outages, I was just talking about this latest one, and I think that's like DTE outage number 9 or 10.
Something
in
like that.
just,
I think
in a
it's
few
10.
months. All righty.
I'd be afraid, and people are afraid. If it start raining,
Oh, God.
please don't let the
don't-
light go off.
I say the same thing every time.
But on the other hand, Maureen, they want us to pay for the damage.
Well, they always want to pass
And
on the
it's-
charges.
As long as you sit back and let that happen, it's going to continue. And can it be taken care of? Yes. Yes.
Well,
A lot of those programs you see down there at DTE, it wasn't DTE that created it. It's people that have worked with them when we get angry and say we're not taking this crap no more. And they got some good people at DTE.
they do.
And then you got the top level. When the citizens stand up and begin to voice what the problems are, they begin to move. We have to be able to have a society that all of us can enjoy the water, Maureen.
Yeah.
All of us can make sure there's no lead in the water. And Highland Park is one of the highest base for lead and
Yeah,
any other
lead
stuff.
in the water.
And we just found out a few months ago. That could have been taken care of a long time ago. But the other thing is that
Let's try it. Hold
let's
on a
try
moment.
again.
Good morning, caller. Thank you for calling. Ask Welfare Rights. Caller, you are on the air.
Good morning, lady.
And good morning.
Just a thought. I know a lot of us are here, and we are trying to do the best we can with what we've been given and what we're owed. And, just a thought crossed my mind the other day. If you owe the state or if you owe any of these utility companies, they take it upon themselves to start to move it.
If you owe them
Now, I know
money.
a lot of these utility companies haven't been, giving people their services for the last month or two because of outages. Unemployment still is on people. I wonder if anybody's considering or looking into having some of these entities start paying
People
interest.
who are behind on their
Because
unemployment
in the reverse,
and
people don't do
are
whatever
due
the
money.
people will scrub
Why is that
15%
happening?
more. And, some people that I know have, been working with unemployment, certifying and calling in, you haven't been paid. But in the reverse, if they overpaid you unemployment, you owe that money back to us.
You and good morning, my dear. You're so right. For those that may not be able to hear that well, Navarre is raising this point about government responsibility to the people. Now, yeah, and he's saying there's still a lot of people that are owed unemployment benefits. March, April, May, and June, they didn't get it because of all kind of glitches in the system. And why should that still be going on? So you're raising a good point. Go ahead.
If you owe the utility company for a month and a half, they charge you that month's bill plus interest.
All right, he's saying that if your utilities get cut off, and then for 30 or 45 days, and then you get a bill, there's a charge on the bill for the time that you off. And how does that work? I hear you.
Thank you.
And thank you so very much. Be careful, okay? Goodbye. All right. Well, the voice of the youngsters coming up.
Oh yeah.
What kind of questions we gotta ask here? That's right.
Uh-huh.
It's something on this list that talks about public health.
Yeah.
And you all still don't have a health department in Highland Park.
No, but the clinic that we had hooked up with, if you remember, you were with us also. We'll have probably people there to make sure that folks that are missing out on the shots, you can probably stop right there on that day and
or
get
other
them.
procedures.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
And the people, the guy that we met with, I can't remember his name, but he was really nice on and looking forward to helping people in Highland Park, and been doing some ever since we had that meeting way back in
several months ago.
Now. And they are still there. So we're gonna have.
And wait a minute, two more things. You mentioned already lead in the drinking water.
Oh my God!
And an updated report on that, and then environmental questions. What about the dust dumping in Highland Park? All of those are going to be discussed.
Because we will have people from the various departments, and you need to not only see them, but have a phone number from them, and understand what that department takes care of. Some of you never know what the departments are, be it in Highland Park, Detroit, Hamtramck, everywhere. You don't know. You need to know what kind of help do you have in your city for your benefits and your neighbors.
That's right.
So this is your money now that you have to pay out as far as taxes and all that stuff.
And you should know where your money's going. How about that? Now, two more things on here.
I want
this
people
says
going.
In it highlighted. You have to wear a mask.
That's what I was
now I
going
know, folks gonna be, you have to wear a mask.
And the first 20 people, Maureen, will be able to get a gift bag.
Mm-hmm. All right.
If they the first 20 people, now get up, get to moving next Saturday, and you probably be the first person. We're looking forward to seeing you. This is your city. Detroiters, Detroit is your city. But the thing about it, we are right together.
Yes.
You can come out also. We need to start doing this all the time, every other week or what have you, some kind of way, to stay close to people.
Now, also the phone number, if people have questions or issues, the phone number to the Highland Park Human Rights Coalition is listed there, 313-753-3886, 313-753-3886. So it looks like it's going to be the new word this year is robust.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a robust meeting. Highland Park Human Rights Coalition has organized it a week from tomorrow, September the 25th on a Saturday at 1 o'clock. Faith Tabernacle Church, 16548 Hamilton. Be there or be square.
And Maureen, they you know, you have to understand that I know in my house, I'm not like I used to be. I used to have little stickers in places where I could be able to call certain places. I'm not like that as much as I was before. But it's good to be able to put your hands on it and understand that, look, this is supposed to be for us.
That's right.
The water department is going to be there, and they are not there to cut your water off. You need to find out how many times, I mean,
Different programs.
you know,
that they
just like
offer,
Navarre said, you know, we don't be out here for all the time just waiting for problems. The thing about it is we want you to participate.
That's right.
And get information.
That's right. That's right. All right. Couple of more things I wanted to raise. Now, you know, I saw yesterday that today, let me see, is it today the 17th or the 18th? Must be, what am I thinking? Tomorrow, the 18th. And these folks from the Proud Boys, the Oath Keepers, different members of different Nazi and Klan groups. They don't call themselves Nazis and Klan no more. So they're going to go back to the United States Capitol building.
Did you see
And what they're protesting is what's so doggone interesting. They're going to protest the fact that over 500 of them have been arrested and are in jail.
They need to be under
And they're going to protest the fact that what they call patriots are being held in jail. So they're going to go and protest. And I think, and I heard this morning, people are saying, well, the reason it's being publicized on the different channels is an effort to keep people from going there. And so already the members of the Republican Party in D.C. have decided that they're not going to attend. Well, that's because they don't feel safe. Don't be trying to fool nobody about that. That's what happened there. Caller, you're on the air. Thank you for calling Ask Welfare Rights. You're on the air, caller.
Right. Thank you. I just wanted to say I appreciate the free tickets that I won. I was able to give it to my aunt. Really enjoyed the free tickets that I got from you guys. And just wanted to say I love the work that you do for the community and keep on going.
All right, thank you, and I'm glad you got some enjoyment out of those tickets, okay?
Yes.
All right, thank you, caller. All right, that must have been a heck of a concert because everybody's talking about it.
People are still talking about
Still
it.
talking about it. But yeah, these guys and girls, they're going to go there, but you know, all this publicity, and then they're showing National Guard is on standby, Capitol Police, DC Police, the Coast Guard, everybody, you know, they're all there and going to make certain that if anybody does show up, it's going to have to be a peaceful demonstration. And the point being, and this is what's so interesting, Marion, I want you to comment on this. Anytime a person says, I believe that the candidate that lost the election really did not lose the election, and Trump was on TV the last couple of days talking about the people that are in jail. They're wonderful, they're real patriots, and they're there to stand up for the country. Isn't that a call for treason? I mean, we've said this a number of times. What else is it? If you keep calling for let's redo the election, the people that have been elected then didn't get elected honestly, and we need to turn out and throw out the whole thing. What else is that but treason? I don't know what else you call that stuff.
You know,
I don't know.
Maureen, at election time, we see a lot of candidates. And soon election is over with, we don't see a lot of them. So, you know, we want to make sure, too, that folks go out and vote and or do whatever you got to do to, you know,
cast your vote.
Please do it because you know how long It has been that we have fought to be able to vote. Years. It took years to be able to get that particular law. And here we are.
Squandering it. Yep.
Again, fighting to protect the ability to, pick candidates that we feel that should be representing our interests. One thing I wanted to mention. I got to go back in here and find it, but I want to give a shout out to someone like Gracie Wooten, who has been working tremendously, and Linda Wheeler, and I've been trying to chase some of these places that used to run to us to help out. I don't know, what DTE is doing, because you can't get nobody on the phone no more. And apparently people are going out with those programs that we helped develop, but yet and still we don't know why we cannot reach them. We need them at this meeting because people want to know about their gas situation and what have you.
You're talking about gas and lights.
Yeah.
Gas
and light. The other thing is people have raised the question about what about the lawsuit that we filed around our water.
Is that this $1 million thing at the top?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why we haven't, we the people that were in the lawsuit, we came together and said the things that we wanted was people that had continued to pay their water bill for the period of time that we were having problems with the water department, that they and that was back in 2012, and they got a new meter. They will have things going forward. You understand what I'm saying, Maureen?
I do.
Okay. Well,
gonna get up there.
Detroit and the Great Lakes Water Authority, the Great Lakes Water Authority have been sitting on the money that's due in Highland Park. We want to know about it, and we want to face the people that controls that. So we hope that you would come out and begin to understand who are the people controlling these corporations, who are the people that saying that if you can't pay this $7,000 water bill or something like that, then you're not do no water. So let's get together and come together.
Alice coming to the meeting?
Yeah, our attorney
be there?
Our attorney will be there.
Okay, that's good.
Our mayor will be there. The city council will be there. And
should be a full meeting.
A full meeting. Maureen Taylor will be there.
I'm part of the audience.
Yes.
Okay.
Part of the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
All right, and I'm sorry. Were you going to point out
that's
something
all.
else?
That's all.
All right. There was it was on TV a couple of times. There was a debate that was scheduled between the current mayor and the candidate Anthony Adams, and that event was scheduled for yesterday. And what happened was that both were invited, and only one confirmed, and the current mayor did not participate. So the candidate Anthony Adams was there and able to answer questions and whatnot. And I guess the press came and asked a question, and that question was, well, what do you think about this scheduled debate? And you're the only one that showed up, and the other candidate in the race did not. And I looked at some of the city of Detroit heads of different departments that came to talk about, the mayor's not going to come for various reasons. We're not about division, and we're not trying to separate the people like the candidate that's running now. And all I could think about is I've never heard any kind of divisive talk from Anthony Adams. I haven't heard any of that. And that what I did know is that the current mayor was going to deny Mr. Adams the opportunity to get a free publicity. That I did know, and I guessed that. You know, if you have the incumbent and the new kid on the block in the same room, then all the channels, 4, 2, 7, and everybody else are going to be there. But by not going, that means Anthony Adams was denied an opportunity to make his message clear. So, you know, the press that was there picked up a few points, but what they aired, Marion, was, well, what do you think about the mayor, the current mayor, not coming? And that's the way this goes.
Yeah, they be pushing that.
Yeah.
You know, that's
the way this goes, you know.
You know, you get to a point. I know the other day I was sitting at home. I had a lot of stuff to do, but I sat down for a while and said, there's some dirty, rotten stuff going on in this state.
Yeah.
But you know, I like our mayor. I mean, our governor.
Hey, and speaking of our governor, she's being criticized, and the other lady, Elizabeth Hertel, Hertel. Hertel is the state director of the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, all right? And, you know, we've worked with directors of the welfare department for decades, and this one is here. And the criticism, and you know where it's coming from. The criticism is the governor needs to be more proactive about a mask mandate. She needs to make it clear that if you're in school, you must wear a mask, right? And the Republicans are saying she's shirking her position because she's not doing what she should do for the residents of the city. And the governor is holding tight. She ain't saying nothing about this. So they went to Elizabeth Hertel and asked her, why don't you issue the statement that everybody going into a public place has to wear a mask? And she said, no, I'm not going to do it either. Now, what would be a reason for not telling people you need to wear a mask? Well, what happens when you tell people that you need to wear a mask, you can't get a haircut, the bars got to close at 11 o'clock at night, and putting all these rules on you. What happens is that the Proud Boys and the Wolverine Boys get together and start plotting to kill the governor. So when you come out and say, Marion, you better wear a mask, and we ain't gonna talk about it. You better wear a mask. Well, you know, and that's what happens. And now people are talking about, well, you know, they should be making demands of folks across the state because our numbers are growing up. And not growing up, but yeah, I guess they are growing up and going up. And I thought that was kind of interesting. You talked about Whitmer. She's now looking into how to expand, restart, and perhaps expand unemployment benefits through to the end of December. Because she says people are not ready to take some of these 2-bit jobs that are out here, but they're not ready to go back and have work because they were hit so bad during the pandemic. Now, what on earth could anybody find to criticize about that, Marion? They want you to go to work.
Well, Maureen, you know who's behind that. Look, we could be done everything that was done.
Everything right.
Right. And those Republicans.
Watch your mouth. I heard what you was about to say.
Those Republicans can't see their nose, but for hating our class. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. And our class is all you brothers and sisters out there that's working at the factories, at the all those jobs. You know, when you got people that are not concerned that your children have the same education that their children get.
Well,
and some good food on the table.
Yeah.
As well as clothes on their backs. And helping them to grow up just like your children, and we're paying for their children. That's the thing about it. We need to begin to talk about this. Come to this thing next Saturday, and we need to begin to put our heads together and make sure that our kids will have a decent society. Hello. A decent society.
You on the air. You can't be talking to strangers walking by.
That's not a stranger.
Talking to strangers walking by. But Marianne, you're so right. You know, a person that keeps talking about let's figure out what we can do to help people to live in this state, and they're not ready. You know, the extra food stamps that folks have been getting, it ended.
Yeah.
You know, all of these different things. And now, you know, the argument was, I heard somebody say it just the other day, well, now that all of those benefits, those extra government benefits, those extra handouts, those handouts have been cut off, I bet you'll go to work now. And then here comes the reports. Where's your water? Here come the reports. And what we're finding out is that people are not going to work. They got child care problems. They got transportation problems.
Yeah.
You know, health care problems. And you can't just turn your life around. So, you know, she's, I'm going to quote Marion's phrase, damned if you do, damned if you don't. When the governor's out here trying to help people, oh, no, she's doing too much. Doing too much. And now that she is hesitant about coming out and talking about, well, you know, I think in Michigan this is what we need because we need a little bit longer runway. You know, we still need a little bit more time to get ourselves together. Well, why isn't she out there demanding masks? And why?
We ought to demand that you get to the get yourself out there and begin to listen to what the people are saying.
No, they'll never do that.
You know,
no, they will not pay attention.
We need to, you know, people that act like that, and Maureen, and here they try to grab the woman out of her home. They need to be in prison for the rest of their lives.
Well, they're in prison now, and a couple of them have already had their cases decided, and they got 4, 8, 9, 12 years. So I'm sure several things going to happen to them while they're in the jail. But, I mean, imagine that, you know, we going to kill the governor. Why? I couldn't get a haircut, and she made me wear a mask. And my bar that I go to have my drinks usually close at 2 o'clock in the morning, and now it closes at 11. She got to die. What? Privilege. That's what that conversation is about, privilege. And then I want to talk about this other situation that happened this week. Now, you and I talked just a little bit with our engineer this morning about Larry Elders. And Larry Elders is the African-American that was trying to be governor in California, right? Gavin Newsom's opponent. And I was saying, I remember years ago when Larry Elders raised this point that he thought plantation owners should be compensated and that they deserved, he used the word, they deserved reparations.
Yeah.
Because they didn't, the plantation owners, you remember that? The plantation owners were not notified in advance that ending slavery was going to affect their incomes and their financial status. So since it came on them so quickly, that these plantation owners should be repaired. They deserve reparations and they should be paid. And I thought, you know, sometimes all you can do, Marion, is hold the outside of your brain. But Larry Elders, we got a Larry Elders right here. And the Larry Elders here is former police chief Craig.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, made a conscious decision to block and to go along and support Republicans with all the trouble we're having. All the trouble. So the other day when he made the announcement that he was going to make a formal announcement at Belle Isle that he's running for governor, and before that, Marion, some kind of survey was launched, and his numbers and Governor Whitmer's numbers were almost the same. She got 2 or 3, 4 points more than he did. And you know, the numbers are almost identical. That means it's going to be a tough fight. That's the press and the media lying.
Yeah,
That's not what happened there, Marion. What happened there is they said, here's a candidate that's going to run against governor. And and the people said, I'll vote for anybody as long as it's not her. Then they went back and asked on the survey, well, do you know who Chief James Craig is? Well, no, I never heard the name before. But if he's running against the governor, I'm going to vote for him. This was about not caring for the governor. But he's the Larry Elders of our times in Michigan.
But
That's
the
who he
other
is.
day, even on TV doing the news commentators were asking him, did you say that the slave holder should have received some
on compensation? You talking about Larry Elders?
Yeah. Did you really say that? He said yes. They need to be compensated for the money they have lost in the process. You know,
That's
they
unbelievable.
need to take him and let him be one that be with them.
That's it. Just unbelievable.
I mean, just
well,
sick
he
and
is where he need to be. He there with the Republican Party
That's
in
where he
California.
is.
Yeah, that's where he need to
They're
be.
talking about because they lost land and stuff like that. And your grandparents and people and your family was some of the people that they were whooping with the
with whips.
And you gonna sit up here and say something like that? Now you know we bring children into the world, Maureen.
Look at his thought process.
And look at him.
You know,
look at him.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
Well,
the man is like this. I guess he get up in the morning and then one of those Republicans comes to his house and they do this. To get him going to make sure that he carry out the necessary word to protect the Republicans.
Well, I never heard. I remember when I heard him say it, and then I don't know anything about Mr. Gavin Newsom and his politics. Look like a lot of people like him, and a lot of people don't. Saying all of these candidates are flawed, but the fact that a person would make that kind of a statement. And I wrote about that a couple of articles and sent them around. We have persons of color in Detroit, in Wayne County, in Michigan, in America. Persons of color. And I've gotten into debates with folks that tell me if a black person is running for dog catcher, I'm going to vote for that person. Well, why? You don't know anything about them. Well, I'm going to vote for them just because they're black. And I raise this point all the time, some debate on this. Dr. Martin Luther King, the Honorable, said clearly, and either you believe it or you don't. We should be making judgments based on the content of the character and not the color of the skin. And to have these kinds of conversations going on, and that's how we got Clarence Thomas, Justice Clarence Thomas, that has voted against every low-income ruling, every woman's ruling,
and still
every people of color ruling. He's always on the other side. Always on the other side.
Yeah.
So the way we operate and the way we go forward with our thought patterns and whatnot. So when the Larry Elders of our times, former Chief James Craig, goes to Belle Isle and makes his announcement. And our little children from Detroit Will Breathe, and who else was there? Moratorium Now, and whoever else, and they went there to rail against him. No, we are not going to support you for this nonsense, and we're just not going to do it. And told him whatever else it is that they said. And I remember his parting comment. His parting comment was, my candidacy will resonate, will pick up fire a whole lot better outside of Detroit. He was right. More people will vote for him in Isabella County, Genesee County, maybe, and more people will vote for him Lake County, very, very poor counties with predominantly white and Hispanic. But people that don't like the governor, they will vote for him.
Don't know nothing about
don't know nothing about him. Don't know nothing about it. But that was his statement. I could do better in out county areas. Yeah, you're right about that. You need to go on out there and see if you can pick up a few votes someplace else. Caller, good morning. Thank you for calling. Ask Welfare Rights. Caller, you are on the air.
records with President Obama for 8 years of sanctuary. That was the greatest times. He was the best. Thank you, ladies. That's my opinion.
And thank you
very much.
And thank you very much, Paul. Thank you. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Paul bought you some tomatoes, and you were
eat my
out.
tomatoes?
Well, you were out of town, and you know the rule. You know,
no, I
you,
don't know
you,
that
you
rule.
you move, you lose. So I ate them.
So you
and
hear
the
that, don't you?
cucumbers.
Did you hear that, Paul?
Delicious. I mean, I was out there eating all this carryout the last couple of days, and my stomach is very tender. And I was in there looking in my refrigerator today, and I thought, man, if I had 2 or 3 of those cucumbers that Paul gave me, I'd slice them computers, those cucumbers up, and that would have been my my lunch for today. But here we got a guy that says he's going to resonate better outside of Detroit, outside of Wayne County, and he's probably right about that. So when he goes up to Benton Harbor, we're going to call our welfare rights friends and let them know. And when he goes
That
up
Paul
to
is
Jenny,
here.
you're talking about Craig is here. You called him Paul.
I don't know why.
Because that was Paul on the phone. That's why
phone,
you think
yeah.
it. All right, so when that particular candidate goes to Saginaw and Genesee County, we'll call our members up there. So we'll call our members all around the state and let folks know who former police chief James Craig is. So, whatever pockets he think he gonna win, we'll get there first.
When they were talking to him earlier this week, and the news commentator said, now, Mr. Craig, you said that you were the instrument, in essence, I might be missing it, for cleaning up Detroit.
Detroit is not cleaned up.
I made a brown. I was trying to clean my house at that time. I had to run and say, "What did he say?"
Detroit is not cleaned up.
No.
In
fact, he's one of the problems.
Well, he's running on a campaign slogan that anybody but Gretchen, anybody but Whitmer. And, a lot of folks are going to gravitate in that direction, And back to the bottom line, Marion, what is it that she has done? And, she's a flawed candidate like everybody else. Everybody's not 100% perfect. But what is it that she did, that she's done, other than try to come up with ways to help working class people, which includes low-income folks, help them during this 2-year pandemic? I can't think of.
I can't neither.
And in fact, what did she do wrong?
People be calling us, and in that conversation, I'm talking about from around the country.
Yep.
Even in our welfare rights meeting, they be saying, "What can we get a governor like her?"
I know.
She is a wonderful person, you know. But it's that for what happened in Texas. The people that was pushing, that's still pushing, that we shouldn't have the right to abortion and all that type of stuff. They got some mental problems too, Maureen.
Well, look like
and
they,
and I'll be wondering why our sisters out there, they're hearing this, and I know you might be married to someone. You better start educating your children, because you don't want them to think like Dad thinks.
This is a national education. Everybody needs to be able to understand this issue.
I mean, it is criminal that that they're going to take us back to the period of time where we had been fighting, that this is my body.
You get to decide what
I
you do.
decide what needs to happen as far as living on this earth.
And a moment a baby is born with that crew over there, the moment that baby takes that first breath,
that's right,
they're through. They ain't got no more
they
interest.
Ain't got no money.
No more interest in that baby and trying to help that
That's
baby be safe throughout that child's life. That don't happen. All right, Marion, we down to our last minute and a half. Say something about this community meeting again. Okay, remind people again. Yeah.
Remember, put this on your calendar, wherever in the house that you have to put this information up. We're looking forward to being with you next Saturday, starting at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. And we're going to be at this program until 3 o'clock p.m. So come on out, find out what's going on.
Faith Tabernacle Church.
What's going on. And the address is this is happening in Highland Park on Hamilton Avenue, Highland Park, Michigan, 48203. And one last thing about this. The two people that were working on this also have a place on if you look at this leaflet, where people that want to be on Zoom, we will be accommodated. And one of our great people, Sylvia, is setting it up. So, there's no excuse for you not coming out. We'll be glad to see you and be happy to be able to get some of this stuff that has been here for a long time, and you need to be able to utilize it. Again, next Saturday at 1 p.m. through 3 p.m. Please wear your mask.
Thank you very much. Tomorrow at 2 o'clock, we're going to see if the current mayor is going to come over to debate the Anthony Adams campaign. And tomorrow at 2 o'clock at Gordon Park, 12th Street in Atkinson, 12th Street in Atkinson. So a lot of us will be over at Gordon Park, 12th and Atkinson tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And fun family day. And let's see how we're going to push this next election forward. And one last thing. Tree Trimming Academy. DTE is offering slots and whatnot. Get online and call DTE and ask about how you could get involved in the Tree Trimming Academy, which is the reason why we got all these blackouts. The trees are, breaking these wires down. And Marion, it's a 6-month course. You have to learn a lot of things, but you know what? Tree trimmers start off at a starting salary of $50,000 a year. So that's the DTE Tree Trimming Academy. Check it out. Get online and find it. Lord willing, the creek don't rise. Marion and I will be back here next Friday. In the meantime, call us at Welfare Rights for anything else, 313-964-0618, 964-0618. And like we tell you every Friday, goodbye.
There's a new financial empowerment center located in the Wayne County Treasurer's Office on the 5th floor of 400 Monroe in Detroit.
If you or someone you know needs help with their finances, budgeting, and making monthly payments, the Detroit Financial Empowerment Center can help.
Wayne Metro Community Action Agency has counselors ready to provide free one-on-one counseling to help you address issues related to utility bills, taxes, and other financial matters. We can also help you improve your credit score.